Ahlan wa sahlan and welcome to a new lesson. Today we will be talking about the ta marbuta. We will be discussing what is the ta marbuta, how do we use it in Arabic grammar, how do we write it, how do we pronounce it. And let's go. Now, the ta marbuta actually comes from the regular letter ta, the third letter in the Arabic alphabet, ta. And we call it actually ta, which is the name of this letter. Then mar, mim with fatha, ma, ra with sukun, mar, bu, and ta with ta marbuta will be marbuta. What does it mean, marbuta? Marbuta means tied up. When you tie something, we call it marbut. Marbuta means tied up ta. What do we mean with tied up ta? Ta marbuta, actually we take the letter ta and we tie it up. Literally, we tie it up. So it will look like this, a circle with two dots, or like this, a circle with ears with two dots, or like this. Those two is the same. This one is the other shape of the ta marbuta. When do we use those two? When would you, or one of those two? You can choose one of those, or this one. Actually, those two, if the letter before the ta marbuta comes alif, dal, dal, ra, zay, and waw. You know those 6 letters? Those 6 letters are the 6 letters that do not connect with any letter comes after. Those 6 letters, alif, dal, dal, ra, zay, and waw, they are the letters that do not connect with any letter comes after. The ta marbuta will look like this. You can choose one of those two shapes. However, for the rest of the Arabic letters, ta marbuta will be connecting because those letters accept to connect. Ta marbuta is the sign of the feminine noun, meaning that if the noun ends with ta marbuta, that noun is a feminine noun. If the noun ends with ta marbuta, that noun is a feminine noun, with the exception of names of men. We will be studying this in the feminine and the masculine, video. You can review that. But remember, any noun in Arabic ends with ta marbuta, that noun is a feminine noun unless if it's a name of a man, like Hamza, Usama, Muawiyah. Those nouns are names of men in Arabic culture, and they end with ta marbuta. So we deal with them and give them the status of masculine nouns. But any noun other than that end with ta marbuta, it's a feminine noun. Where the ta marbuta comes? Ta marbuta usually comes at the end of the noun, last letter. Ta marbuta is not one of the 28 Arabic letters. Ta marbuta is taken from the letter ta. That's why we call it ta marbuta. It comes at the last letter. It comes at the last as a last letter of the noun to show that the noun is feminine noun. Sometimes it is with the noun because some nouns are definite by default, and sometimes we add it. Okay? Example. When we say, for example, walid. Sorry, long a, lam with kasra, and dal, walid. Walid means father. Walid means father. Father. Now, what about mother? Walid, male. Female, we need a ta marbuta to make it female. So it will be walid, and we add the ta marbuta. Now notice, is that the last letter is a dal. The dal is in this group, so it means I can choose one of those two, and I add it here. Now this noun becomes a feminine noun. So walid, feminine, walida. Automatically the consonant before ta marbuta takes fatha, and that becomes permanent. That's it. Ta marbuta, always the letter before it comes with fatha. So most of the time we pronounce it with the fatha before it. We don't pronounce the ta marbuta. We say walida, walid, walida. Another example. أستاذ. أو ألف والضمة ألف والهمزة ضمة أو سين والسكون أس تا with long A and إذ. أستاذ means a professor. Male professor. أستاذ. Female. Just add تا مربوطة. Will be أستاذة. So the تا مربوطة can be added to the masculine noun to make it feminine. والد والدة. أستاذ أستاذة. طالب student طالبة. طبيب doctor طبيبة. Some nouns in Arabic come with ta marbuta because they are feminine nouns in Arabic, like the word sayyara. Sayyara. That's it. This noun comes with ta marbuta. There's no masculine and feminine card. So I look at the last letter. If it's ta marbuta, this noun automatically feminine. Alright? So now, we so far talked about the ta marbuta as a regular ta. We tie it up to use it as the sign for the feminine noun. And we can add ta marbuta to the masculine to make it feminine, like walid, walida, ustad, ustada, or some words come automatically with ta marbuta to show us it's a feminine noun, like sayyara, madina, jami'a, madrasa, and so on. Every noun in Arabic that ends with ta marbuta, we can consider it a feminine noun. Notice the pronunciation. When we pronounce the nouns individually, we do not pronounce the ta marbuta. We pronounce the consonant before it with fatha. So we say ustadha, tawalida, sayyara. When do we pronounce the ta marbuta? If you add anything on top of it. So for example, if I put two dhamma, tanween dhamma will be, notice, ustadha or walida, ton. أستاذة تن والتنوين كسرة فتحة سيارة والتنوين كسرة. So when we add something to it, فتحة ضمة كسرة تنوين فتحة تنوين ضمة تنوين كسرة, we pronounce it. So we pronounce it as what? As a letter ta. Remember the ta marbuta is a letter ta. We tie it up to use it as a sign for the feminine noun. So when we pronounce it like a regular ta. So walida ton, sayyara tin, ustadha tan. Okay? Now, that's what the pronunciation. Writing. We always write it like this unless we add a suffix to it. For example, if I want to say my father, I say walidi. Okay, you can review the possessive pronouns video. Walidi, my father. What about if I want to say my mother? Okay, here's walida. How I'm going to say my mother? Ends with ta marbuta. We say, okay, what you need to do is cancel the ta marbuta, open it. Once you open it, it becomes a regular ta. It goes back to its original shape as a regular ta. Then you put the suffix e and walida. But notice that the fatha preceded the ta marbuta will be there. Walidati, ustada. I want to say my female teacher. Okay, the ta marbuta will open. Then I add the suffix my. Ustadhati. So when we add any suffix to the ta marbuta, we change the ta marbuta to a regular ta. Alright? This is the lesson on ta marbuta. Let's summarize. Ta marbuta is taken from the letter ta, the third letter in the Arabic alphabet. We tie it up. It takes two shapes, either one of those two as whatever you like, or this one. Those two, whatever you like from those two, will be after alif, dal, ra, zay, or waw, because they cannot connect with any letter comes after them. the rest of the Arabic letters take this ta marbuta because it connects. Ta marbuta we added to nouns, masculine nouns, to make them feminine, like walid, walida, ustad, ustada, talib, taliba. Or some words come to us with ta marbuta naturally, and we consider them masculine, feminine nouns because they end with ta marbuta. Okay? Pronunciation, we always pronounce ta marbuta with the dhamma, as the fatha preceded it, walida, ustada, sayyara. Unless we add something to it like tanween fatha, tanween dhamma, tanween kasra, or tamma fatha kasra, we pronounce it like a regular ta. Like a regular ta, sayyaratu, as-sayyaratu, or al-walidatu, or sayyaratun, walidatun. In writing, if I want to add any suffix to the ta marbuta, I open it, then I add the suffix. So it becomes like a regular ta, then we add the suffix to it. That's the end of the lesson on the ta marbuta. I hope you enjoyed it, and inshallah we'll see you next time. Ma salama.